Hey everyone, how are you all doing today? I hope you're doing well. I just decided to just do a random live stream. Okay, everything is good. So, nice to see you all here. Yeah, this was a completely spontaneous thing. I didn't really plan on this. It was just, I thought I'd try something here. I didn't even announce it or anything like that. So, I just decided, what do I have to lose? So, basically, what I wanted to have here was I wanted to talk a little bit about my book that I just released and also just answer any questions that you have. So, yeah, I will answer any questions that you may have. I would like to talk a little bit about my book. If you haven't read it yet, I'm going to put it up here now, actually. So I wrote a book, Secrets to Naturally Healing the Mind and Body. You can download it completely free at automasterdow.com/book. All you do is subscribe to my email newsletter and you should be all good. So yeah, let me show you here. So here it is on the actual page of my website. And all you got to do is just enter your email address. You have to do first name and last name, and then you get the book right to you here. You also be updated of any other future videos that I make or any other future news that I have. So yeah, it's going to be great. And let me also show you the cover of it here. Here's the cover of the book. There it is. Here's the cover of the book that I did. I mean, I didn't actually design the image, but this is what I decided to do for the image. So yeah, this is what I did. It's 18 pages. It's I got a dog barking. Yeah, I'm really, really proud of it. So if you have not read it yet, then certainly please check it out at my website here, automasterdow.com/book, and you can get that. So, and if you have read it, and if you have any questions about it, ask them away or just ask any questions that you may have, and I'll answer anything that you have. So, we already have some questions here. But first, before I get to the questions, I just wanted to, what gave me some of the inspiration for this book here. So this book, I just decided, there has to be some way for me to summarize my views, and I think the dog's barking at me. There has to be some way of me summarizing my ideas and beliefs and how I managed to overcome these obstacles in my life and how I managed to be in a better place. So that's why I just decided, let's try to write something a beginner could grasp. That's essentially what I did. I just decided to just write up something, and that's how this ended up. So I used a program to help me do like the artwork for it and have the images in it and everything like that. So it is really nice. I'm really proud of the book. So if you would like it, you can, there's the information down there to get it. When I did announce it on my social media, a lot of people, I did have a lot of people subscribing and getting the book, and I'm very thankful for that. So if you have read it, just let me know. And yeah, okay. So we have some questions here. Aaron Smith, have you been well? Yes, I've been doing very well. Thank you very much, Aaron. Hope you've been well as well. Luke, so good to see you. Look so happy. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for the positivity. Mojo, how long did it take you to write it? I don't know the exact time frame it took me to write it. It wasn't too long. But yeah, I was pretty much working on it quite consistently, because pretty much I wrote up the script first of what I'm going to have in the book. And then once that was done, then I had to copy and paste and add the images and everything else to it. So yeah, it wasn't too long. It's just, since I'm a perfectionist, I'm not as much of a perfectionist anymore, but I still have that perfectionist nature. And I have to, just make sure everything is good and aligned and images. That, honestly, the longest part was just the reviewing, which I'm very thankful for a supporter on Patreon helped me edit the book. They helped read over it and fix some mistakes here and there. So I'm very thankful for that. So yeah, I'm very thankful for all the people that have read it and have benefited from it in some way. Okay. Rosie asks, are you still a fan of Teal Swan? I don't really watch her videos much. I've seen several. But yeah, I think that she has a great message. I was watching one earlier today. I'm like, yep. I think it was something about like people being like less, like inequality. I think that's what it's about. And it was like, oh yeah, it makes so much sense. It's our ego that creates the inequality. Okay, so we have some questions here, so I do apologize if I can't get to them all, but you know, I try. Haven't read it yet. Yep. A Bookski. Yep. A Bookski. Make sure you download the Bookski. The Bookski is great ski. I bet it's good. Yep. Yes, it is. Yeah, I pretty much, it's a natural healing type of thing in that the type of natural healing that I believe in, it's usually people, we're so dependent on like pharmaceutical medications. Like we have an upset stomach, we have a headache, we have any type of other ailment. What do? Go to the drugstore. Oh, there's something. Let me take it. Let me not even look at what the side effects are. Let me not even bother with any of this other stuff. Let me just take it, you know, instead of actually, you know, dealing with the problem. And that goes many ways, even in like the pharmaceutical industry, where if you have an illness, some sort of illness, and you know, some people just don't want to bother working on it. So it's just medication will handle that, you know. I believe in getting to the root cause of the issue. That's why I don't like, whenever I have some sort of ailment, like physical ailment or even like a mental thing, the first thing that comes to my mind is not, oh, what can I take to remedy this? What can I take to fix this? Because to me, that doesn't make any sense. To me, it's just, okay, let me just breathe and relax and stuff like that. So the thing is, it comes with pharmaceutical medications, that being unnatural, and then you have natural medications which you could use, such as natural remedies and herbs and plants and homeopathic remedies or any type of other remedy that may be beneficial to you in some way. And all those are more of a natural thing. But the thing is, even that, it comes down to the one is greater than the other one, in that pharmaceutical medications, they don't address the root cause, whereas a natural one can. But even below that, you need to learn how to deal with it yourself. You need to learn how to overcome it. So really, any sort of remedy is more of like a crutch to help you get to where you are. So that's how I see it. So that's why I don't say take this for that, you know. There's only a very few drugs, I wouldn't really call it drugs, just supplements that I would recommend people take, and that would primarily be various vitamins that we are deficient in due to our diet. Okay, that was a long one. And yes, the book is completely free, as you can see here. You can download it here. For those of you just tuning in, I will, when you go to that web page there, you'll be taken to the newsletter page, and you can download the book here. You just input your email address and your name, and you can subscribe, and there you go. And let me also show you the cover of the book. Yeah, there you go. Amazing cover. So, yep, that's it. Okay, so on to the next question here. So thank you all so very much for coming. This was just a completely spontaneous stream here, and I'm so glad to see all of you here. So yeah. Okay. All right. So Luke says here, natural meds do not cause addiction. That can be true, but that's not necessarily the truth there, because yeah, remember, tobacco is a plant, and you know, there's nicotine. Nicotine is highly addictive. Or like opiates derive from, they come from like poppy seeds and other types of seeds. Those are very addictive. So whether they wouldn't say natural remedies are not addictive, it's certain ones may be better as an alternative, as opposed to pharmaceutical medications, which some of them tend to be very, very addictive, and the withdrawal symptoms prevent people from getting off of them. Okay. Okay, so we got a question here from Consuelo Guerrero. Are you against medication in general? Because I take meds and trying everything else, and I keep failing. So I'm curious what you actually recommend to someone as a last resort resource. Yeah, it's the thing, how I view medication, and again, I do not believe medications are the answer to curing a problem. I think it's more of a way to get to a specific point. It's like a bridge. So if for example, you're on one side of the bridge and you need to get to the other side where you're healed and you can cope better with whatever the condition is, and it's very difficult for you to manage crossing that bridge yourself. So you have to lay the pavement down with some sort of medication or some sort of remedy that helps you get over that bridge. You see what I mean? And then once you're over, you can stand on it and walk on it all you want now. You don't have to do that anymore. So that's how I see it. And there are plenty of people who have done just that. They use that to help them get to a specific point, and then they don't really need it anymore. So I think dependency, again, it all depends on the medication, but lifelong dependency, it's a different type of thing there. It really is. Okay. Yes, absolutely. So yeah, please, if you have read the book, please let me know what you thought of it, because I cover a lot of variety of things. Because my ideal belief system is energy. Everything is energy. So that's why I think the power of your mind and your thoughts, that is what determines your reality. That's why certain medications work for some people and not others, because of that intention that's been put into it. So you must remember that. And what I mean is, for those of you who have read the book, I covered it all there, so that all makes sense there. But basically, what it means is when something has an intention put into it, and you consume that, or you become that intention, that becomes part of you. So that's why I say, I mean, one of the biggest intentions has to do with the water. Water is a neutral intention. There is no, it's not positive or negative. It's you give it the intention. So if I sit here and tell this water that I hate it, that I despise it, and I go to drink it, that hate and despise, that hatred that I had towards the water will go into me, and I will begin to start to feel that hatred. And the opposite is true if I give it positive intentions. Now that may seem silly, I'm sure it does to some people, but you know, if there's one video that demonstrates this well, I would recommend looking up the rice experiment videos. There's so many of them where people, they get rice, and what they do is they cook the rice and they put it into 3 jars. One jar they say give positive intentions to every day. The other jar they hate, they say negative things to it every day. And then the third jar they completely ignore. They don't give it any attention. And what almost everyone that I had watched found was that the one that was ignored had some mold growing on it, and there wasn't any. It looked bad, but it wasn't super bad. The one that was hated looked absolutely horrendous. There was mold and black, and just, it was very, very gross. And then the one that was loved, it was minimal, the amount of mold and bacteria that was growing on it. So yeah, it was quite impressive seeing that. I would like to try that myself. I should certainly try that myself and film that. But yes, that's how water intention. And the thing is, every living thing is made of water. So that's why I also mention in the book having to do with what you tell yourself. If you tell yourself you hate yourself, you're mostly made of water. So you're going to absorb that hate. Or another thing is with food. A lot of people who may have some sort of eating disorder, and this is a really sad thing, they feel guilty after they eat a certain thing. So that guilt piles up, and that's why they can't end up losing weight even if they eat healthy, because they have a negative intention. They may say that they hate their weight and they're eating, trying to lose weight. Like, why can't I lose weight? And that's why. So many people say, well, not everyone can lose weight if you exercise and eat well. And that's the answer why you can't, because of the intention. So if these people came at it with a different intention and they did things differently here, they could have a difference. Or they could even eat some junk food and have a positive intention, and it'll be better for them than eating the junk food with a negative intention. You see what I mean? It's all about the intention, and that's the energy that's put into that. We got a lot more questions here. I do apologize if I can't get to them all. Again, I got to remember that. And for those of you who are brand new here, I wrote a book. You can check it out here, autumnmasterdove.com/book. Once you go to the site here, you'll be able to sign up for my newsletter, and you will get it right away. Yes, 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 yes. And show you the cover of the book again. Oh gosh, I can't ever figure out where this is. It's, oh gosh, there it is. Okay, there it is. Okay, so let's get that back up. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, all right. So what do we have here now? So, Mazd Hassam says, why did you stop making Q&A and weird message videos? Yes, those have been discontinued for, what, a year and a half? About a year and a half? Yeah, I got to number 20, said that was it, and I'm not making any more Q&A videos. So this is the best you're going to get here with the Q&A. I think this is much better because this is, I can talk with you all live. I don't have to require you comment and wait 2 or 3 months for your question to be answered. You know, I can answer it live right here. So yeah. And hello to everyone who's just joining here. I see a lot of you just joining. So nice to see you all. Thank you all for coming. So. Okay. Dom No asks, what's your favorite season? Well, despite my name being autumn, my name is not, my season is not autumn. My favorite season would be springtime because it starts to get warmer, and then summer, it's too hot, but if it was a little cooler, so probably springtime. Yeah. I just don't like autumn because even though it is cool like springtime, it's the start to it getting cold, and I do not like the cold. I do not like the cold. No, I don't. Okay. Okay. So I see a lot more questions here, so. Okay. So, sorry for downloading the book, and you don't need to be sorry. It's meant for you to download. The book is right here. autumnmasterdove.com/book. You're allowed to download it. That's the whole thing. You download it, you put it on your phone or your computer or whatever, and you read it. And yes, I wanted to reach as many people as possible. So yeah, certainly let people know how they can get the book, and let them know of these positive ways of benefiting their life and overcoming these obstacles. So yeah. Okay, so Crusher Kitty 1 asks, do you exercise or follow any specific diet? So yes, I do exercise. it's very hard for me to gain muscle. It really is, because when I transitioned, yeah, I lost a lot of muscle mass as a female. But let's see. That's like the best I got. There we go. So, yeah, I work out, and I do a lot of working out. Probably 5 or 6 days a week I work out. I do I don't have a gym membership. I just do it at home. And there's like squats and push-ups and lunges and oh, so many different things. A plank and oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, there you go. Okay, thank you. I want to be a bit strong here, but yeah. Yeah, it's just very hard as a female building the strength. It really is. So it really is. Yeah, so pretty much that. And then with my diet, I don't eat any kind of animal products at all, and I try to eat things that are not unnatural ingredients, in that they're all plant or fruit and vegetable based. Like there's not artificial colorings and preservatives and flavors and all that sort of thing. And the thing is, that's what most of the food is out there. Like I've been posting a lot about this on Twitter. If you follow me on Twitter, you know about this, how many major food brands, because they contain non-organic wheat crops, which are heavily sprayed with glyphosate. They've tested very high levels of glyphosate in various cereals, such as Cheerios and any other kind of wheat cereal. And they found that organic wheat cereals had the lowest of glyphosate. Now, glyphosate is a pesticide that is the most widely used pesticide on Earth, and it's contributing to a lot of issues with humans and animals and bees and the soil being depleted of vital nutrients. So, and there was a court case that recently happened a few months back where someone got awarded like nearly 300 million, I believe, because glyphosate caused his non-Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer. So, yeah, certainly read up on that and follow that. I've posted a lot about that since the court case on Twitter, and it is yeah, you gotta be very careful, because wheat, if you are a vegetarian or vegan and you eat alternative meats and stuff that has like wheat gluten and soy, soy and wheat gluten are the two main alternatives for meat products from animals for vegetarians and vegans. And unless it's organic, it'll contain a lot of glyphosate in it. So you gotta be very careful of that. Soybeans are genetically modified, and they're genetically modified to resist being sprayed with glyphosate. So they can use more glyphosate on it that would normally kill another crop. Whereas with wheat, it's not genetically modified, but the thing is, it is, if it's not organic, they spray a lot of glyphosate on it. So, and as I see here with the Charles, soy is bad because it contains phytic acid, anti-nutrient. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Some people don't have any issues with soy, other people do. I find with certain soy things, like I try to not consume too much soy. Like when I was consuming soy milk, that was causing a lot of issues, digestive issues and fatigue and lack of sex drive for me. So I had to stop using that. But other soy products, like when I have cooked up tofu before, yeah, that's something that I've usually not had any issues with that. Some soy products I do. I don't know what determines it. Sometimes it can be really bad, but usually if I'm going to consume soy, it always has to be organic, non-GMO soy. That's the only way I can really consume it. And even then, I had to be very selective with what I consume. But yeah, I don't like to consume too much of it. And another way I could tell is when I was buying these meat alternative, like these beef crumbles, they were soy protein. And whenever I would eat it, I was just feeling all achy all over. I was just feeling very bloated and just, it was not good. So I had to switch over to a non-soy and non-gluten based alternative meat product that I have used. It's like a pea protein. And that's so much better. It really is. It's so much better. So, yeah. These are the smartest of the live shows that I've seen today. Hey Zeus. Hey Zeus. I like that name. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad that you like it. So she's got the smarts. Sodom got the power. Yeah. And hopefully physical power. So gotta flex the muscles. This one's not as strong. Yeah, that one's not as strong, but I want to go stronger. Stronger. Yeah. Trying, but so hard to build muscle, so. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna go back up for a few more questions here, and then I'm going to end the stream. Mohammed Medhat says, will your book help me get a girlfriend? The book can help you accomplish anything as long as you're dedicated to it. So if that's what you want to do, then you can do that. But getting a partner is a whole other story in itself, in that you can't force anything to happen. I think it'll come to you when the time is right. So when you're ready, it'll happen. Okay. Okay, so after the sub, what do I have to do to get the book? Well, once you subscribe, you should get it immediately. You get it in an email. If you don't get it in an email, make sure you check your spam. It could be there. But yeah, it certainly, you can get it there. Let me also do, what I can do also is, there's something else that I want to show you all as well, if you didn't see it. But yeah, it's pretty much once you subscribe, you should get an email immediately afterwards. And if you don't get it, as I said, check your spam. And even then, sometimes emails are undeliverable, because sometimes I've found that Yahoo, especially, it blocks out and censors certain emails. So just be aware of that too. Okay. Sora Knight says, what's your opinion on fasting? Water fasting or dry fasting? Yeah, I don't really do any kind of fasting myself much. It's because I really can't fast, because I weigh so little as it is. I'm probably about 10 pounds under the weight that I should be, being in the 120s. And people say anorexic, you don't eat much. And if you saw the amount of food that I ate, you would be surprised, like, wow, why aren't you fat? Yeah, I eat a lot of food. It's just I'm not able to really gain the weight because I have high metabolism. This is how it's always been. And people try to criticize my diet and what I eat as well. And that is also not true, because, as I said, I've always been like this. I've always had a high metabolism. Maybe it's harder now because a lot of the foods that I eat now are healthier foods, or they're high in fiber and they may not absorb well, and it's just over in the toilet. But yeah, so yep. Okay. So it says, I just gave my email address for your free book, but I didn't get an email. What happened? Yeah, you may have to again, check your spam or check something else. I mean, you can wait up to an hour. Probably not even that long. It should be sent out within 10 minutes. It won't happen. It may not happen like that. The thing is, once you subscribe to it, you have to confirm your email address. So once you hit subscribe, you'll be sent an email saying you got to confirm your email address to be subscribed. So once you confirm it, that is when you will get the email. So that's probably why. It was in there for some reason, but I got it now. Yes, Charles, that happens sometimes. It really does. So, yeah. Some people it gets delivered to inbox. Some people it gets delivered to spam. It all depends. So, but the thing is, when you use an automated email service like that, more than likely it gets sent to spam. Or if you use Gmail, it'll get sent to the promotions tab or whatever that second tab is. That's usually where it might go. So, yeah, for all of you who have subscribed to it, yeah, just realize that you have to confirm your email address first, and then just check your spam, and I'm sure you can figure out a way. I'm sure you can get it. Yeah. So yeah, let me show that. Let's show that again here. Yeah, there it is. When you subscribe, you will get it. You will also be notified of other important things that I'm working on and doing, and oh yeah, just a bunch of cool stuff. So there's the image again. Let me see. No, gosh, I always get that one. Okay, there it is. Gosh, I can never figure that out because there's always on the opposite side. There it is. So yeah, and what I'll also do is I can also just put the link right in the chat there. There you go. The link is right in the chat if you want to subscribe. Yeah. Thank you very much. So one other thing I wanted to do before I left here was just this morning I was a podcast was released that I was on it from Mark Hughes, Pulling the Trigger podcast. If you were subscribed to my email list prior to today, then you would have been notified of that. You would have got an email about the podcast and a link to it. Or if you follow me on social media or even on YouTube, I use the community tab. If any of you look at my community tab on my channel page, that has some updates there and everything. So yeah, I did it was an hour-long interview pretty much. So yeah, I will also link to that in the description here. In the chat. So yeah, if you haven't heard the podcast yet, I would recommend you check that out as well. We talk about my mental health and my how I managed to overcome the obstacles and transgender stuff. So yeah. So yeah, you can certainly check that podcast out as well. So yes. So yes, thank you all so very much for coming. Yeah, certainly check out the podcast, subscribe to I like how when I posted the link to my website, automacedo.com, it highlighted my name in the URL, automacedo.com, and it's orange. That's funny. Yeah. I'm not on SoundCloud. That's not my SoundCloud profile. That's Mark's profile of his podcast. So yeah, that's not my SoundCloud there. But you can follow him and everything that he does. I'm episode like 74 or something. So he's been doing these podcasts for a while. So yeah, absolutely. So yeah, certainly check out the podcast, check out the book. And I'm very excited to hope it helps in some way, and I'm very glad and thank you so much for your support and your kindness and for showing up. And yeah, I will be doing more like spontaneous live streams at some point, and also I'm working on doing a gaming channel. I want to look into that, so that's kind of very early at the moment, but yeah, if you're subscribed to the newsletter, you will know when that's ready. You will know. Yeah. So I'm going to end it now. So thank you all so very much again for your support. And I hope you enjoy the book and the podcast and anything else. All right. So take care, everyone. And you all have a fantastic evening or day, whatever. Bye.